Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to Seek the Beast on the Mind Crack Feed the Beast server! Right in my face! Right in your face! We are here again, once again, still working on the containment cell, the containment chamber, and our ring of Thumbcraftium trees. And we're having a little bit of a wispy problem. So look, there's a wisp right there. Let's see if we can take this sucker out. Oh, did that bounce off him or not hit him or not? My aim is on point today. I have been shooting these guys non-stop for the last couple hours. So let me show you a little bit of what's changed or what I've built and added to the overall theme since last time. The circle has, I've gone around, all the way around, except for this little bit right here. This quarry finished, so I'm waiting for this one to be done, and then we can do the whole circle, or, you know, the square with rounded corners, whatever. But something happened, which, unfortunately, I wasn't set up to film. I wish I could have recorded this, because it was amazing. So, as soon as I turned off the quarry for this guy and got rid of the water source blocks to get rid of all the water, which was turning lava into obsidian. Something happened that was kind of crazy. There were something like 100 or 150 wisps all down here, and they were spawning in probably a dozen at a time. It looked like fireworks going off. Each time one spawns, it does this little like firework thing. And then the wisp is there, and they were just going off in groups non-stop. It was filled, and I don't usually do this, but I took a screenshot because I wasn't set up to film at the time. So I'm gonna put a screenshot in the video right now, just so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh man, I kind of hope it's recreated when we finish this guy, because it was amazing. You can see the flux here was dangerous. Now it's down to moderate, so it's getting better. I think it's still fairly high in one of these regions. Whoa, a little lag from the sound engine lagging out from the water. Minimal over here. So yeah, it's not so bad right now, but making all of that warded glass, and I did a brief calculation. I've made close to 5,000 blocks at this point, something like that. It added a lot of flux, and so here's what happened. I went on a search for Silverwood saplings. I actually tried chopping down some of these trees in the hopes that I would get at least one sapling per tree, but most of the time I got 0. So a few of these have regrown. I managed to get 1 out of a few of them and 0 out of the others, so I decided that was a bad idea. And I went to journeying to look for some silverwood trees. I went all over the damn place. I must have flown around this world for 3 or 4 hours looking for silverwood trees, and I did end up with some saplings. Let's head over to the storage. Oh no, actually they're down here with the Thumbcraft stuff. 3 or 4 hours. And I got, where are they? I got 10 of them. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. Okay, so I got 10 of them, and then us in the Minecraft server, we have a Skype group where we chat back and forth, and we stay informed of things, and you know, communicate with each other. And BTC, the nice, kind-natured soul that he is, he said, "Hey, I've got 12 silverwood saplings. I don't need any of them. You can have them all." So I've got 22 saplings right here, plus the trees I already have. 22, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 26 trees. And I started thinking about the placement of them. And I may keep the ones on the outside, but I think it may be a good idea to have some on the inside. The whole point of this chamber is to have a layer of protection. So I may want some of these trees on the inside, just in case something bad happens on the outside. So that's what these are. These torches here are where we're going to start moving some saplings. Actually, we can... do I want to add them now? Why isn't my jetpack responding? There's been some lag. It's not nearly as bad as it was, but there is still some. So what I'm going to do where these torches are, I'm going to add some saplings. And the one thing left that I'm thinking of is that these torches here are going to be 1 block lower. And we're going to use warded blocks to surround the dirt and to make it look like the what do you call it, like the pots or whatever, the trees are being held up by this warded glass. It's going to come out like that, sort of. Let's go ahead and plant some now. Let me grab some of you. Okay. And if I do it like this, that means there's going to be 4 per side. That means 16 on the inside. At least at this layer. I may do a second level up here. I haven't decided yet, but let's go ahead and do these because I already, whoops, I already kind of decided I want them here. You may have noticed I have a new pick. In fact, I have a new everything, and I guess I can talk about this while I'm doing this. I have a new everything. I was flying around the Nether, actually. I guess I ran out of glowstone, and I needed some dust for some of the things I was making. So I was flying around the Nether looking for dust, and something basically happened where Minecraft Feed the Beast got minimized on my computer, and so I've kind of freaked out, like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Give me my game back. And I come back to the game, and I'm drowning in lava. And of course, I try to fly out of the lava, and nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I keep turning my hover mode on and off, trying to fly up faster, because I think the game's not responding. I think it's a little being laggy or something, so I'm just kind of panicking like a maniac. And what I think happened after I thought about it, I think what happened is that in my panic, I hit the button to turn the jetpack engine off instead of to switch from hover mode enabled to disabled. I think that's what happened. And so I had switched the jetpack off basically just like this. And so I was in the lava basically doing this. Nothing was happening. And so I died in the lava, lost everything. So this hover mode toggle is bound to G in my controls. That's not the normal control. That's what I changed it to. I forget what it used to be. And the jetpack turn on off was bound to F. So they're right next to each other. And I think that's what happened. I just mashed the keyboard in my panic and turned off my jetpack trying to escape. So what I did actually is I moved the jetpack on off over to H, which is still next to G, but it's far enough away that I'm very unlikely to hit it by accident. At least that's the plan. And so I spent probably, I think I actually timed myself. I spent 4 hours trying to recover from that, to reproduce all my armor and tools. The nano gear, the helmet and the pants that I wear, that was pretty easy to replace. That's not too expensive. You just have to macerate some coal and make some of those crystals with diamonds and redstone. Pretty easy to make, actually, for how good it is. And that was easy to make. And I already had a few things pre-made. Like I had a second boots of the Traveler. I had a second pair of those pre-made just for such an occasion. Whoop. What was that? Not bright enough? Probably. I had a second pair of those already made, but they didn't have the repair enchant, which bugged me. I had to make a new sword of whatever it's called, the Zephyr. I had to make a new axe of the stream, and all those things had to be enchanted. So I ended up enchanting 128 books, 2 stacks of books, to get enough repair books to add repair to my sword. And you can see, look at all the enchants on it now. Repair 2, which means it'll never break. Sharpness 4, Vorpal 3, Knockback 2, Fire Aspect 2, Looting 3. I may even be able to put a 7th one on there. What would I pick? Maybe Efficiency for breaking cobwebs? I don't even know what else you could put on there. But it's got 6, and so I took the the opportunity to upgrade my diamond drill to an advanced diamond drill. It seems to be ever so slightly faster. I don't know what the benefit of even having it is if you're going to put efficiency 5 on it anyway, and you're going to power it with a advanced jetpack. The advanced jetpack is kind of expensive. That took a while to craft. But I have even more enchants on my stuff now. I put Thorns 2 on this guy, as well as I realized you can have both Feather Falling 4 and Protection 4 on Boots of the Traveler, which I didn't have before. So now all 4 of my pieces have... Oh, this says... Oh, that's because it's my... all 4 have Protection 4. My Nano Helmet has Protection 4 and Thorns 2. But it's in the box up there because I'm wearing my goggles. I also made a new bow. I actually made 2 bows so that I would have a backup for the next time. Wotan and Brunhilde. They both have Power 5, Unbreaking 3, Infinity 1, Flame 1, Punch 2. Should last me a long time. They've been doing work killing wisps for me. But this is kind of the way the inner ring is going to look. And I should probably, before too many of these trees grow up, we should probably build the planter. Planter, that's the word I was looking for earlier. We should build the planter around them and make sure it looks okay. Because once they grow, it's likely we won't get another sapling from them if we get rid of them. So that's one of the things. I spent 4 hours recovering from that, and then I spent a ridiculous amount of time. I don't even know how much time, but I spent a ridiculous amount of time caving for monster spawners. Let's see what that looks like. It'll look a little different once the tree grows. It'll look a little different. But we can at least get an idea. I also have to figure out how to light this whole thing. I don't really think that I want to have torches on the wall. I want to use something a little better. And there's no like warded glowing thingy that I can use that would fit in with Thumbcraft. So we'll have to think of something else. Maybe something I haven't already used, or something that I haven't decided. Oh yeah, that kind of, now that I have 2 of them, I like it better. I was thinking, so this guy is 1 block thick, this thing. I was thinking of having it be 3 more, so it just looks a little more like it's projecting out from there. But if you look at like this design, this spirally guy, it's all 1 block thick. So that even looks like, it looks like that line is snaking out of the wall a little bit. What if we did it like this? Where's my wand? What if we did it like that, so it looks even more like it's snaking out of that design, so it's like 1 big design, snaky thing. And there should be 3 over here. Got to keep track of these guys because it makes a lot of flux to make them. Oh, that's cool. Oh yes, I like that. I like that. But then I'm thinking, okay, you see how that? So we've got this guy snaking, like that. Let's continue the snake, and then have it end there. Can we? No, not that one. This one. Something like that. Let's zoom out a little. Oh, that's cool. I don't like the exposed dirt block, but I do think that's pretty neat. I'll have to think about that. Let's go ahead and get rid of him too. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Okay, so I think we'll go with something like that, and I'll figure out a way to do something similar with those. Let me show you something else real quick while I remember it. So yeah, I spent a stupid amount of hours also caving around. You know, previously we made this guy who's working pretty well, who is harvesting our zombie brains. Hey guys, I added a second level here to keep this guy from jumping over the edge, and so far that has worked. But I also have the sheep spawner tier 5 and the mushroom spawner tier 5, and I wanna at one point I was thinking of basically doing this type of thing 3 times, having that set up multiple times. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. For one thing, I'm going to start running out of room now that we have a limit to how far we can go. Hey, buddy, suck it. So what I want to do actually is add the other spawners to this same setup, and then when I build the master control platform, I think right there or right there, but when I build it, one of the switches it'll have is different spawners for getting different resources. So we'll get brains from that guy, and wool from the sheep, and food from the cows, and then maybe there'll be we'll have a little wooden golem for each type. And then that'll send, like, the food will go through a system to automatically cook it and deliver it to my food box, maybe. So we'll have, like, more pipes going everywhere. But, open up. Thank you. Okay. So, here's the mushroom. There's the sheep. Here are 56 soul shards. Now, when I died, I had probably 10 unused soul shards on me. And then, like, all my other soul shards that were partially filled, all the cave spiders, the zombies, the skeletons that I had gotten from caving, like level 3s and 4s, they were all on my inventory. I lost them all. I had to start over, so I just made a ton of soul shards, and I went caving a lot. So I'm not going to mouse over them because I don't want you to see what they are. I want you to guess. I want you to speculate. But there's an array of 3x4, three rows, 4 columns, right here. Okay, 8 of those shards are tier 5 already. So I have 8 more tier 5 shards. So now we have 10. And then 4 on the bottom I haven't finished yet because it takes a lot to it takes a lot of spawners to get 12, or I guess 14 tier 5 spawners. But we're going to do something with them. Some of them are going to go in this system, some are not. And I'd like you to speculate if you see if you can think of what that might be. Another thing we can do while I'm thinking about it, and we're talking about the little golem buddies. So I've basically finished the Thaumcraft tech tree for research. I have all this stuff researched. However, there is some extra sort of bonus stuff which you don't get the normal way. The normal way you do is you put the paper in, you put something in here, you start clicking the question mark or the magnifying lens, and you get research. I ran out of stuff to research, but there's other like kind of bonus things you can do with these guys, knowledge fragments. So if you put knowledge fragments in a 3x3, like you're making a knowledge fragment block, so you put 1 in each slot, it'll give you a little research thingy. And I've done 3 of those. And what you get when you do those is these guys here. So I got this one, Golem Iron Plating. This is for your combat golems. It makes them tougher but slower. And then I got Tiny Spectacles. Golems are notoriously short-sighted, and these glasses alleviate that weakness to some degree. So I think what this does is it gives them a larger radius to find things. And this guy, Tiny Fezzes. So this allows them to repair damage faster. And actually, I want to make some of this stuff right now while I remember it. I don't have any combat golems yet, but I would like to make some of the fezzes and the little spectacles. So I already set aside the materials for the fezzes. And that's an easy recipe to remember. Like that, and then we need 8 apples per, so we need 24 little appley symbol. So we need 12 of these. Okay, that's 12. Good, good. Okay, where do we put it in? That one? How much is it going to take? 24 per? Okay, this little crappy one will do it. Here we go. Yeah. Oh! Why didn't you give me... Oh, I wanted 4 derps. Okay, I counted wrong. I needed... We'll make some more. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No biggie. I also added a 4th... Take my apples! Thank you! I added a 4th little I forget what these are called. Let's look up the name. But I added a fourth one to my setup. Infusion altar. Arcane Alembic. There we go. Just to try to reduce the amount of flux, I had an Etho told me he has a setup that reduces flux entirely or almost entirely, which I'm gonna go look at later. I'll do that off camera, but I'm gonna go look at it, check it out. But hopefully all the trees I'm gonna set up will help with the flux. But we've got a lot of bottles. I have a lot of extra stuff. I have a lot of extra Alienus, Eldritch, the End, Strange Alien, and a lot of the Vitreous, the crystal glass one, from leftover from making the warded glass. I've got a lot of that stuff stored up in there. I may have to find some use for it. Okay, so we have 4 of those. Now we need to make some of the little spectacles. So we need 4 ingots and 4 bits of glass. I happen to have some glass still. Oh, I need to... That reminds me. We're going to need more glass. So I might as well... This is another thing. This guy right here, he's going to have a switch on the master control, so I won't have to fly down here and hover while it does this. And we'll do a I don't know, 20 more stacks at a time, so that my meager little smelting setup there doesn't get overburdened. That's actually good. That's good enough. I got things to do, so we'll shut that off, and that will deliver the glass automatically. What was it doing? 4 glass, and then what was the recipe on the side? Oh, metal in the middle, so I'll need 8 glass. I'm hoping that what this doesn't do is give the wood golem on the bottom such a wide radius that he sees things and he tries to dive over the edge again. I hope that doesn't happen. Okay. Yes, I clicked on you. Open up for me, please. I really hope that doesn't happen. Okay, so we need 8 Visum. Glowstone Dust has that. So we're going to need 32 of that. See, yeah, very low on the stuff. Ooh, ooh, really? Oh, that's got 3. Let's just use that. Okay, that should do it. What's a little flux between friends? There we go. Yay! See them so happy to be about their job. Okay, so we've got those 2. Let's add them to some of these guys. Ooh, you know, one thing I didn't look. Do you just right? I'm assuming you just right-click the item on the golem and it'll go on them. I hope you don't have to craft them with this already on. Hey, buddy. Oh no, it's no, it doesn't work to do that. Hey, get a spectacle job. Oh, yes. Oh, I can't wait to get more little things for you. I know you can get bow ties, but I am currently out of research knowledge fragments, so I can't make any more right now. Hey, buddy. Okay, let's go down here and give these guys the makeover treatment. Hey. Now this guy, okay, yeah, we'll give you a fez. I was thinking about having everybody have a slightly different outfit, but I really don't have enough different types of things to give them at the moment for that. Maybe once I have everything researched, we'll have a little more variety, but for now, they're all going to have fezzes, they're all going to have spectacles. Okay, ouch, that's done. I think now what I'm going to do for a little while my quarry is going, I can't finish this overall design until, or at least I can't get it all the way around up to this level until this quarry is done. So while that's working, I'm going to do a little work on these little tree planters and get some more trees grown, hopefully, so that we can reduce our flux as I continue to make more of this warded glass. Okay, several of the trees, almost all of them actually, have grown. Let's see, we're still waiting on 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, 4 more there on that side once the quarry finishes, but that won't finish today. So I can't even think about finishing this circle today. I'm gonna have to work on something else while that finishes. But okay, so here's what I did. I think it looks pretty neat. I took that idea of this snaky curly Q squiggle line snaking out of the wall and holding the Silverwood trees. I took it one step farther, I guess, and I made it so the line comes directly out instead of branching. It used to go down here and connect to this. I guess I changed them all so it doesn't look like that anymore. But now it comes directly out there, and then this line also comes directly out to hold the Silverwood tree. And then because this line used to connect like that, it doesn't anymore because it comes out to hold the Silverwood tree. I added this bracket thing to hold on to it to bridge that gap. I think it's starting to look really neat, and it has sort of a consistent logic of how the details work. Let's pop over here for a second. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty cool, and as I get higher up, I don't want this amount of detail to be all over the thing. For whatever reason, I'm thinking of those like ancient Greek vases that have these details around the edges, and so I think this is going to be kind of around this edge. Most of this will be blank, and then we'll have more details like this line right here holding the door. We're going to have to work on that to come out and bracket. I don't feel like I can really design that until I have the full circle and I can start going a little higher. But yeah, it looks pretty darn neat. And then it also got me thinking that maybe these guys out here need to be held by these squiggle lines. So I may need to rethink how these guys are aligned. I may actually chop down the rest of them and reposition them a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to need even more saplings if I'm going to do this, because let's see, we're going to need 4 more saplings for there, and then two saplings there, and if we continue around, we're going to need another 8 or so to finish the outer edge. And then it's possible I may want to add more on the interior, like a second tier, maybe up here. Probably not. I think that'll be good though. I think an inner ring and an outer ring is enough for the trees. And the saplings are so hard to come by. Let's see how many more I have left. What did I say I would need? 4 more there. And then 2 more there. Makes 6. And then 8, so 14 more. Oh, I have 10 more. Oh, that's not so unreasonable. It's possible when I break these guys I won't get anything and I'll need 4 more. Or it's possible I'll get like 2 or 3 saplings per tree, which almost never happens. I was flying around chopping down Silverwood trees looking for saplings, and I'm not even kidding, I chopped down 8 in a row without getting a single sapling from the jerks. So if I have to extinguish every sapling, every Silverwood tree in the wild just to get their dumb saplings, I'll do it. That's a node. That's a dark node. I thought that was a Wisp for a minute. I was going to dive bomb his ass. Let's see. Lots of things left to do. So I think, maybe not next time, but coming up, the type of things I need to be working on, or I'm going to be working on, the master control platform. And when I do that, when I build that, we're also going to be using wireless redstone. I started setting up the wireless receiver and the wireless whatever, the project table stuff for it, and I got a little distracted, I think, by something else, probably all this warded glass stuff. But we're going to use wireless transmitters and wireless receivers, and I already have a lot of this stuff from my other circuits, so it won't be too hard to make them, and they're fairly straightforward as far as redstone goes. But we're going to start connecting everything up to those and having like a master control platform. And then I'm also thinking, so I went to enchant 128 books. 128 books. And I have leftovers. Because I was looking specifically for repair for, not these guys, but for my sword and my boots more than anything. I would also like a pair for my axe of the stream, but they're not too hard to make, and I'm not going to need them forever, so it's not a huge priority. Anyway, I got leftovers. So this diamond chest full of books. This diamond chest full of books. Good books for the most part. I could probably weed out some of them, like disjunction. I'm never going to use a disjunction enchant on a weapon. Never. But sharpness 3, good. Smite. I might make a wither farming sword at one point if I want a lot of if I want to start using portal guns and that kind of thing that require wither stars. And there's a lot of the wand stuff is in here as well. And so that's the second one. That's the third one. I've got 3 diamond chests almost totally full with enchants. So I may make a platform just for organization of diamond chests. I'm running out. I thought when I made this would be more than I'd need. Wow! God, that scares the hell out of me when that happens. Oh my God, my heart is beating. What was I saying? Oh, I'm out of project tables. I'm gonna need more. So we're either gonna need to make this whiter or add some what I may do is add some additional ones. I'm also thinking of diving back into industrial craft that I left alone a long time ago and making some UU matter and get some iridium production up. And I need to reorganize. Another thing I need to work on. I mean, so much to do. It's crazy. I've got just a mess of orphaned machines up here that I use because I don't have an organized place for them. This is how I am. I will just let something accumulate like this until I do something serious about it, and then I'll take the serious, whatever I think of, I'll take it as far as it'll go until I finish, regardless of the consequences. A la 10 zillion wisps and 5,000 water glass blocks. But I've got some machines here. I don't really have. I need to make an organized place for things like this, for furnaces when I don't want them being macerated, smelted, that kind of thing. And extractor, basic industrial craft stuff. So more platforms, I think. We're going to need more. I thought 4 would do us when we started, but it won't. It won't. Lots of things to do. I got a lot to do here. I could stay busy for a long time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're enjoying the direction it's going. Leave your feedback in the comments section. Let me know what you think of the various things and maybe things I messed up on. Oh! I almost forgot. The night tour. Yeah, I was talking about lighting before. I didn't know how to light this place. Guess what? There's a Thaumcraft lighting implement that looks freaking awesome. I'm going to use that on the inside because it'll be protected, but not on the outside, I don't think. So yeah, we can put maybe some night tour in the leaves because it's not going to burn anything. We can just do some of this. Have some nice lighting effects here and there. And I'm just going to toss them down. I'll get finicky with the placement later. Don't worry about that. We can probably just do some things like this. Yeah, that's a little too... No, I need to work on that. But it makes it much brighter just from doing that. So, and we've already got some night ore there. Yeah, so I think we're going to be using night ore. I tried 1 or 2 other things and didn't quite like it, but we're going to use night ore. Anyway, okay, so that's it. That's it, I promise. See you next time, guys. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.